Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a different kind of episode. You know, every once in a while I like to throw you a curveball, and that is this episode. You probably noticed in the introduction that unfortunately while I was attempting to repair my garage door opener, I got an owie, and so I had to make a visit to the ER and get stitches, but I am doing well. The only bad news is this week I won't be able to do too much typing, certainly not a lot of editing and using the mouse, so I'm going to take this week off, but I wanted to shoot out a quick episode. I won't be editing too much. I actually kind of miss the audio samples because I enjoy putting those in, and visuals, etc., but I will step away from that this week. And I have a few questions for you. I'm going to ask you to make a few comments down below, and then I'll also mention a few things about the channel and where it's going from here. But before I do that, let me say, since last Friday, yet again, we have had an absolute smattering of new subscribers, and I really, really appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always hit that notification bell, as they say. Smash that notification bell for me, especially if you watch me on your phone. I have to say, yet again, this entire week, I've been chatting back and forth, whether it be on Instagram or here on YouTube with you guys, even through text, and I really appreciate that. I just enjoy that so much. So again, different type of episode. I will be next week going back into fragrance reviews. So when it comes to the questions that I have, you've seen the title and you've seen the description, so you know that the goal here is to ask you to submit your fragrance questions for me. What I thought I would do, I had this in the back of my mind for quite some time now anyway, so it's a perfect time to do that. So comment down below. I've got a few things I'd like you to consider. So if that's interesting to you, submit a question, and I would love to answer that in a future episode. And here's what I'm going to do. If I get a lot of people asking questions, I will have that as a separate episode. If I don't get too many, I will hold them back, because in probably around late January, early February, at the latest February, subscriber Ramsey and I are going to do some streaming, and we will have a chit chat and go back and forth about fragrances, and I'll use some of those questions to help us as we talk. I'm really looking forward to that. So here are a few questions that I have for you, but the bottom line is I would love to have your fragrance questions, and I will answer them, and I look forward to receiving them. So here, the first one is, if that question does not interest you, if you're like, look, I just don't really have too many questions to ask you about fragrance, I have a few more for you. So here is the first one. Number one is, how many bottles do you have in your collection? You're holding your head down in shame. I can see that. No, I got you. I see you there. Some of you have shown me part of your collection, and and I have to say, it is incredible. You guys, the Cologne crew has truly come through when it comes to showing off the collection. I am highly impressed and envious, quite frankly. I need to get a second job, but what we do know is it won't be repairing garage door openers. All right, so the first question is, how many bottles do you have? How many bottles? All right, sorry. The second one is, do you consider decants as part of your collection? So that is to say, at what point do you, in milliliters, do you stop considering? I do not consider decants as part of my collection. And if you do not, what is the lowest amount of milliliters or ounces that you do consider? Like 50 ml, 1.7 ounce, etc. So let me know what constitutes part of your collection. The third question that you might want to answer is, especially for the Americans, but anybody, would be, do you refer to size in terms of ounces, milliliters, or both? In my channel, of course, I'm from the US, so we use fluid ounces. That said, the rest of the world basically uses milliliters, and so I've gotten used to use both measurements. Let me know what you think. Really, the only thing I can't do is offer Celsius. I've been to Europe many times, lived in Spain, and I can tell you, yeah, I really don't understand Celsius. So Fahrenheit for me, but when it comes to milliliters and ounces, I can pretty much use either one. Same thing with running. I can do kilometers or miles. It's just, Celsius would be the icing on the cake for me. All right, and the fourth one is, of course, one that a lot of you guys like. What is your scent of the day? My scent of the day is a perfect one for fall, winter, ultra casual. You can see this is an ultra casual day for me, and it is a wet fall day, and I am rocking mahogany woods. As I've always said, this has been discontinued, so if you do find it cheap, absolutely get it. But as I've always said, do not discount this fragrance because it's Bath & Body Works and or a cheapie. Absolutely do not, because this is a very well done fragrance. And of course, I enjoy the shower gel as well. So, it just keeps better. My scent of the day. So those are my questions for you. Again, I apologize for the short episode. I will be reviewing next week. I'm looking forward to that. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to sit back and ask some questions that I had for you guys. And also, I look forward to receiving your questions while I'm on the mend. So why don't we do a cutoff? Why don't we say... tell you what, submit, if you're watching this episode up until December 31st, 2021, how's that? Submit a question. And then what I'll do then is if I get a lot of them, I could do a part 1 and then a part 2 later. And if I don't get a lot, what I would do then is when Ramsey and I do our streaming, I will keep all of those questions as kind of to help us along as we have a chit chat or two. So hope you're doing well. Please take care, and always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. See you next week.